welcome to Last Minute Betting. Tony's back. That's cool. Finally. He finally made it, folks. Oh, look who else made it. Somebody else made it. Wow. On time.
Well, yeah. I mean, my clock says it's 5 o'clock on the dot. So.
Okay. Since you're a co-host, you should be here earlier. But anyway.
Am I though? Am I really?
Welcome. OddsJam Partner Program. Link below in the description. 50% revenue share. And hey, you want picks? You want golf picks that are winners? You want college baseball plays that are winners? Minor league baseball, NBA, NHL, college basketball. MLB, NFL, NCAA, soccer, tennis. We got them all. There's a link below in the description. Our DubClub home, the Sports Nuts, and you're looking at the three of us right here that do these picks on a daily basis. Justin is here. Good afternoon. Stephen Batsa, what's up, my friend? Feels like the longest weekend ever for some reason. Feels like I haven't seen you guys in forever. Wow. Isn't that sweet?
Well, it has been a minute, and yeah, it's been a long week for sure. For whatever reason, I think it's the season's starting to change here a little bit, maybe at least. I think here in the Midwest, starting to get a little nicer weather. Time's going to be changing, Maybe
it's been a long week. It's only Monday. We're just getting started, baby.
He meant weekend.
Weekend and last week. The days are running together for us.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen you guys in a while. I think it's been almost a month or more since I've been on the show. I haven't been able to catch a free night. March is a busy month getting ready for baseball season for me.
Yes, I know that. But also, don't forget, we're going to do a Spaces sometime soon. We got to start doing those on a regular basis.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm more free at night, so we could do nighttime Spaces during games. Get some live picks in for everybody.
Yeah, that would be nice to do. All right, check it out now. I got to ask you this. We're not going to try to handicap the Puerto Rico Open this weekend, are we?
Is that live?
No, that is Rio Grande. That's on the.
I was going to say lives in Hong Kong.
No. This is the Puerto Rico Open. Aaron Badley's playing in it.
Oh yeah, that's the PGA Tour. Of course, I'm going to be handicapping the PGA Tour.
Well, yeah, but hold on. The main event is the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Both tournaments are going this weekend.
Oh, that's right. This is Bay Hill weekend.
Yeah.
No, we'll be doing Bay Hill. We'll be doing Arnold Palmer.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. That's what.
Oh yeah. If there wasn't Bay Hill, I forgot that the Florida swing's starting this weekend. So yeah, we've got Arnold Palmer, then the Players, then Valspar, all in my backyard, back to back.
Exactly. And I expect autographs if you can get any. What do you guys think about the Timberwolves minus 14? Very surprised it hasn't moved to minus 16. Mike, thoughts?
Well, I mean, Minnesota, tough loss for them just last night against the Clippers, losing by 1 point. And Minnesota usually pretty good at home. They've lost. How many have they lost in a row? Is it 2? Yeah, just 2 in a row, losing to the Kings and then the Clippers. You'd like to think that they'll get back on track. Last night was a low-scoring game. Anthony Edwards definitely didn't have his best game last night, if I'm not mistaken. Well, he had 27, but
yeah, I see it opened up at 13.5, and it's only at 14.5 at some books, but mostly at 14. So I think 16 is a bit of a reach, especially after playing last night, like you said. So I mean, that's just a lot of points in a basketball game. I mean,
it is. Portland's weird, man. Sometimes they're good. Matter of fact, they've won. They finally won the other day. They've been on they've won 2 in a row.
Yeah, I don't think they won in February, and then they won 2 in a row, which is pretty crazy. So I don't know. 14, 13 and a half sounds about good to me. More than that, stretching it.
Tell you what, there's a lot of teams that are just bad in the NBA. I mean, we look at Think of it this way, guys. The Detroit Pistons had the longest losing streak in NBA history, and yet they're not the last place team in the NBA. The Wizards are trying to overtake them for that. I mean, I guess they're technically tied for last place, but I mean, it's crazy to think that's how bad the league is. A team can have the longest losing streak in NBA history, and they've got another team that's just as bad as them.
And it's just ugly basketball. If you watch it, it's like these dudes just don't even care at this point in the season when they're this bad. I mean, if you watch the Wizards play, it's just a joke.
Yeah. No two ways about it.
It's all in the East. It's in the East.
Yeah, it is a lot of teams in the East.
Weak East.
I mean, but if you think about it, I think the top of the East is stronger than the top of the West.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. I think that the East has a little bit more threats at the top than the West does.
I think the West might be a bit early. I think Minnesota and OKC might be a year or two early with Edwards and SGA. I think they might be leading the charge for the next few years, but I think that there still might be a year or two early for them. I think the Clippers might be the only team there in the West with some experience that can make it to the finals.
Yeah, and I look at a team like the Pelicans, and I know but they have a little bit of experience over some of these teams. I think that come playoff time, the Pelicans could be one of those teams that if they're matched up with a Thunder or a Timberwolves team, I think they could be a team that could upset one of those in a best of seven just because they do have some experience. You remember a couple of years ago they knocked out Phoenix. They had the hot play-in run. So Brandon Ingram's been playing great. Obviously, if Zion's healthy and good to go, they've got players. New Orleans got a pretty solid team, but I mean they're not a real threat to go to the finals or anything. But I feel like they're a team that, I mean, if you look in the West, they're one of the few teams with some actual experience, right? I mean, you got Denver. The Clippers, they haven't really been healthy enough with this crew to say whether they have now they got guys that have experience, and then the Kings, they don't have a lot of experience, so those top six teams, I mean, it's basically Denver and New Orleans that have the more recent experience.
Yeah, I would say Denver, New Orleans, and the Clippers probably have the most experience to play a 7-game series, but I'm not sure after watching the Celtics play last night that anybody can beat them in 4 times in a row.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
I'm going to shift gears to the NHL here real quick. Trade deadline's Friday at 2 p.m. I think that's 2 p.m. Eastern time. We've already seen Dallas go pick up a player. You're going to see a lot of moves, folks. A lot of moves. Anything you guys are hearing? Any kind of news out there? I know that Edmonton's trying to strengthen their team. They've got interest in Buchnevich. But what out there do you guys think these guys are going after? Because this is going to possibly change the landscape here.
Yeah, I think Boston,
Flames,
as a team.
Penguins, Senators.
The Bruins. I think we got to look at the Bruins. I think they feel they need to strengthen their team a little bit more. I think they want to add some more physicality to their game. That's one thing they're really lacking right now, and getting in the playoffs in a best of 7 series, you're going to need that. I mean, remember, this is, even though they're a really, really good team, there's no doubt about it. I feel like they're still trying to, learn what life after Bergeron is. I mean, a heck of a player that was, the leader of this team. So I still think they're they're going to need to add, not that they need to add a piece like Bergeron, but they need to add a two-way type of player, the defensive guy, as well. So I think that Boston's a team I'm looking out for to make a move.
Well, let's look at something here, okay? Top goalies. We're talking trade deadline here, folks. So you're looking at Markstrom from the Flames. The Devils just fired Lindsey Ruff, their coach. They have just terrible goaltending, and I feel sorry for Lindsey Ruff because he's not the guy who put that team together. He was stuck with what he had. Markstrom. What about Saros from the Predators?
Well, I don't know how you'd want to get rid of him.
Because Askarov is the guy that he's kind of taken over as the number one in a way on that team. Marc-Andre Fleury from the Minnesota Wild and Jake Allen from the Canadiens. Those are your top goaltenders. And then defensemen, Noah Hannafin from the Flames, Sean Walker from the Flyers, Nick Seeler from the Flyers, Jacob Chikrin from the Senators, and then Matt Dumba. He was.
Well, look, there's some names you're missing. I mean, Adam Henrique, from Anaheim. That's a good two-way player. I was just talking about Boston maybe going after a guy. There's a guy right there. He's a center iceman. He can kill penalties. He's a really good player. Maybe that's a type of guy that a Boston goes after.
I haven't gotten to forwards yet, bud. Jake Gensel, Penguins.
Whatever. Yeah, Gensel's one of them too.
Adam Henrique and Buchnevich, Tarasenko, Anthony Mantha from the Capitals, Jordan Eberle from the Kraken, Alex Winberg from the Kraken, Frank Vetrano from the Ducks. Lots of players there that could really help some teams. Tony, what are your Bruins going to do? You're a big Boston fan. What are your boys going to do there? Are they adding?
Well, yeah. I'm actually glad Mike brought it up because that's all we're talking about these days in Boston sports radio. I mean, they're struggling again. They're not beating the teams that they should beat again in a critical time of the year where you kind of want to put everything together before the playoffs. I mean, the stretch run where they should have blown their losses has already passed. I mean, now after the All-Star game is where you want to start playing real hockey. And I mean, they can't figure it out behind the goal. I mean, last year, Ullmark, best goaltender in the game. This year, Swayman, all-star. But both have struggled mightily in the last few weeks. And, I mean, we're trying to figure out whether getting rid of them is worth it. I mean, I like what Mike said and getting a player to kind of replace Bergeron, but I'm not sure there's anyone out there that would help them win a cup this year in that class that can fit that bill. And I'm not sure that if we get rid of, say, Ullmark, and then Swayman, God forbid, breaks his leg or does something the next week, how dumb does a trade like that look? So that's kind of what when Bruins fans are dealing with right now is like, do you kind of roll the dice and go with the team that you've got, or do you try to get rid of one of these guys? But I mean, I don't know. I kind of like the two goalies, but you know what they say: if you have two quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks. So if you have two goalies, you have no goalies, or does that not work in hockey?
That doesn't work that way in hockey.
I love having two goalies.
In the modern day NHL, you've got to have two goalies to make it through the regular season.
And they've got to still have the two best, even though they've struggled this year. I mean, I'd take them two over any other two.
Yeah, 100%. There's really no one out there. I'm not going to trust Markstrom. I'm going to take my chances with the two guys they've got.
Mark.
Yeah. There's a couple of players out there. Again, they're not going to be players that are going to make a world of difference in terms of making them, just no doubt favorites in the East, but they do need a couple of pieces to continue to be able to contend with, the Panthers and teams like that. So I think that that's something they have to do. They got to go out there and get some kind of a two-way type of player, man.
Well,
and
I'm telling you who that is right now. That's
Adam Henrique.
No, that's Buchnevich. He kills penalties. He's one of the best penalty killers in the league.
Well, that would,
and he scores shorthanded goals.
Would you trade
I would definitely
for him though?
Huh?
Would you trade Allmark for him though if you were Cam Neely?
Well, that's not going to be the trade that you're going to make with the Blues to get Buchnevich. They don't need a goalie, you know.
Well, the Bruins aren't really looking to get rid of anybody except for a goalie.
I'm just saying. That's why Edmonton's going after Buchnevich.
Yeah,
they're offering a couple draft choices and a couple players. Is the rumor out there?
Right. Yeah. Which is why I have eliminated him, because I think there's heavy ties to him. I don't think the Bruins will be able to get him. Adam Henrique's the next guy probably in line out there to add, you know. I know it doesn't maybe to some people sound like the greatest move, but I mean, you throw him on an already good Boston team. I mean, a player like that can make a difference, and you could really help yourselves out. Because, I mean, let's face it, the Bruins still have talent. I mean, they've got their goal scorer.
There we go. There's the Ben Muta triangle now. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
What up,
Send
Ben?
the Sabres. Yeah, you know, whatever. The Sabres, what a disappointment this year. Just a complete and utter disappointment. Ben, you got to be bumming about that team. I am. I expected much more out of the Sabres this year. Detroit's the one that's elevated, guys. That's a dangerous team come playoff time. Do they move somebody to try to strengthen their team? You know, they've already, of course, Larkin's out right now. But, Mike, they're so strong that DP 57 is on the third line now.
Yeah, they've definitely got a really, really solid lineup right now. You know, right now they're sitting pretty decently in the wild card spot, tied with Tampa Bay in terms of points. Yeah, and both Tampa Bay and Detroit kind of ahead of the pack when you look at the teams behind them: the Islanders, Capitals, Devils, Penguins, Ben's Sabres. Don't see any of them overtaking Detroit in that wild card spot, or Tampa Bay for that matter. So, because I mean, Detroit's not going to catch Toronto or Boston or Florida in that top three spot. You know, probably no chance there. So Detroit's definitely a wild card team. And the team that we thought may be where they're at was a team like New Jersey or Buffalo. Those are the two teams we expected coming into the year to be more improved and better. We thought New Jersey, being a playoff team last year, was going to take a step further this year, maybe, or a little bit, at least be a playoff team again. But that's been a disappointment. And Buffalo, we thought, who missed out last year, would finally get it together and maybe sneak in, but not looking like that's going to be very likely either. So, yeah, I mean, Detroit is definitely the one team that is sitting in a wild card spot that I don't think a lot of people expected.
Let's get the comments here. Ben's wanting to know, Colin Sexton under 22.5 points tonight.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Under 22.5, everybody likes that. Stephen Bassett wants to know, do we feel like putting together a DK SGP Panthers Rangers with the 50% boost? What do you guys say?
Yeah. Heck of a game. I'm really surprised we don't have that game on TV anywhere tonight. That's a disappointment by the NHL on a Monday here. You know, Florida and New York are two of the best teams in the NHL right now, if not the two best, you know, arguably. So really disappointed that game's not on TV anywhere, man.
Yeah, Steven, make sure you're on that free trial for the Sports Nuts. We've got to play for that game in there tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Go on there and get a free trial, Steven. 14 days, buddy. Check it out. You might make
definitely big main market play in that game tonight.
Yeah, we got there's a good solid play on that game for sure. Should be a great game. Should be a great game. I'm pumped for that one for sure. And then, Boston Toronto's on tonight too. That's still a big matchup. I know Boston's struggling right now, but that's still a big time game. So the NHL really has a couple of big games tonight in those two matchups.
And fellas, I'd be remiss to say March
you
Madness has begun tonight as well. The conference tournaments start tonight in the Atlantic Sun.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
We've got even though it's a small slate on a Monday, we've got some good games going on.
We do have some good ones on a Monday. Again, like you said, small slate, but yeah, I forgot about that conference tournament starting there, and yeah.
I'm gonna put this.
Let me try that again. We'll try that again. I removed myself.
My screen first.
Blues Flyers could be interesting.
I got to do Steven here real quick, guys. All right, so here you go. This is Rangers money line over 6 total goals on DK is plus 324. He's wanting to know, guys, because there's a 50% boost. So do you like that? Rangers money line over 6, or would you rather make that Panthers money line and over 6? What are your thoughts?
As far as the money line goes, man, it's a tough one for me tonight with these two teams. I don't, man.
I just need an answer. Yay or nay on the Rangers?
I mean, I'm leaning towards the Panthers, but
okay. Tony, your thoughts?
No thought on the money line.
Okay.
And you already gave away our other play in DubClub.
It's over 6. No. Completely different play. Completely different play. Different odds, the whole 9 yards, bro. This is hockey, okay? Trust me.
Bobby. Jesus.
What? It's over 6 is my play. Okay. All right.
We'll take that. We'll go with that one.
Which means that it could be a push, guys. That's why that's why I'm going to the even number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, he's got some F1 plays coming back at you this week. Good. F1 was an easy cash on Verstappen. MGM had him at minus 275. Then after qualifiers, it went to minus 600. He won by a country mile. Easy cash.
I don't follow F1, but it seems like that guy just wins every single race. And I mean, if he's at minus 600 for some races, it's got to be true.
Okay, so Batsa wants a goal score. Okay. And by the way, Ben's riding with me on the over 6. Okay. So let's go back and share. Give me a goal score in this Rangers Panthers game. Kreider.
Well, I got the best one of the night. I think he's on a two game goal streak right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean he's got over 40 goals on the year. I'm going Sam Reinhart.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to go with him. Good. And I tell you what I like even more than that is probably because his last 3 games he's had points in at least. So I think over 0.5 points tonight, assuming you could get that at decent value, I think I would take that.
Yeah, I think Reinhart and then the over is the best same game parlay for that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely got to ride him.
I'm not sure about that money line. I mean, I kind of like Florida too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I lean towards Florida.
All you had to do was make a decision, guys. Reinhart, that's only minus 200.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
That's crazy.
I missed it.
Yeah, they ain't giving him no value on an anytime, are they?
What about a Reinhart? No. What about a Reinhart first goal scorer plus 1,000?
Reinhart's plus 155 to score a goal, but minus 200 for the point.
Oh, for the point, yeah.
Yeah. So
throw that minus 200 in with the over, and you'll get around a plus 100 parlay.
Here's what I've got right now, at plus 722, and that's for him to score a goal. Let's take the goal out.
No.
Yes, and then I'm going to put the point in and see what it comes out to. All right.
Okay.
And then take out that money line.
I put the Panthers money line. I took the Rangers. I've got the Panthers in over 6 goals. Panthers money line. Reinhart over 0.5 points is plus 436 on DK, and he's got a 50% profit boost. What's that give him, Tony?
Plus 6 something.
Plus 654, right? Plus 436 divided by 218, right? Add that to the 436, 654. That ought to be good.
Like I said, 6 something. I was right.
No, you weren't right. 6 something. Goal scorer that hits with Rangers plus 1.5, and something else with the boost should be reasonable. He wants to go Rangers plus 1.5.
I like that.
I would go with that.
There you go. Bob, the fact that it is 6 is an extra 4% push to our favor. 6.5 would be a no play for me. Great call on the 6. Thank you very much. Tony, what kind of piano? There is no piano back there. It's fake.
Nah, it's real. It's a Shakespearean.
It's got to be a.
It's the one Beethoven used to use.
Yeah, Mozart, Beethoven.
He used to play that. He used to play that old thing back when he wrote Symphony Number. Well, all of them, I think.
Symphony Number 3, the original.
That's right. And then he got rid of it. He gave it to Tony's great grandfather, and they've just
Tony, give me some free plays. What do you got free play wise?
Yeah, so tonight, like I said, we've got the A-Sun tournament. Pick Kennesaw State against Jacksonville. I think they can cover the 2.5, but I mean, at this point in the season, you're just trying to win some picks. So Kennesaw money line around 130, 140, minus 130, minus 140. Throw that in a parlay. But you could take the minus 2.5. I took the over 5.5 in the Bruins Maple Leafs. That's already gone up to 6.5 at most places, but it was at 5.5 this morning when it opened. So I definitely like some goals to be scored in that game. Other than that, I'm on a couple other college basketball plays tonight. I think Southern can smack around Florida A&M, FAMU. They're about a 9.5, 10-point favorite. I like them to win by double digits. McNeese is one of the best mid-majors in the country. They're 26-3, and they're playing Houston Christian, who's 6-21. McNeese is about a 28-point favorite. I even think they can cover that. McNeese is going to be one of those teams you want to look at come bracket time, as long as they can get through their conference tournament here this week. I mean, they're going to be going into the tournament at around 29-3 or 30-3. And whenever you see those mid-major teams with about 30 wins on the season in that bracket stuck around the 12-13 seed, those are the ones you want to look out for. So we'll take McNeese for a big spread winner as well.
Okay. Ben's on Kennesaw State, lined up at 4 and has been dropping since. And I know nobody cares about this, but we got a big high school game tonight in the state of Illinois. So look out, because the team that's 15 miles from us is playing tonight.
Can we bet on it?
No, unfortunately we can't.
Unfortunately not, no.
Make me a line, Bob, and I'll throw you a pick.
Yeah.
You know what? They're probably going to be – Centralia will be the dog tonight, I guarantee you. But anyway.
Will they win? Are we getting a juicy dog upset tonight in the tournament?
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm hoping. I
Let's
like
go.
it.
Yeah,
All right.
we're taking the dogs tonight, man.
We're taking
Come
the
on.
dogs.
All right.
Underdog Monday.
So he took Kennesaw State at minus 2.5 on BetMGM.
I like that.
Oh
I
yeah,
like that a lot. All right, let's. Who's balling? Who's pucking? I'll go first. If Jordan Bennington's in goal, I'm pucking with Jordan Bennington. That was his first game ever in the NHL. Was in Philadelphia, and the way he's playing, man, if they could just put the puck in the net, they'd be in great shape. I'm taking Bennington. Anybody pucking or balling tonight? Mike?
Yeah, I'm gonna puck tonight, and I think go ahead and take that anytime goal scorer on Sam Reinhart. I think that there's values there for that, and it's worth sprinkling on that plus 150 something. So
Okay,
let's do it.
Tony?
Well, yeah, I've got my two favorite NBA player props of the night are in our DubClub. So make sure you guys jump in for a free trial there to see those. But I mean, if we're talking balling, we use a ball in tennis. I'm on Jin Chang Shang tonight. It starts in 25 minutes. He's balling, excuse me. The ATP Indian Wells. Jin Chang Shang balling.
Hey,
Let's
by
go.
the way, I just want you to know this. Morning coffee today, Arsenal minus 2.5. Remember I told you that was going to be the play? That was the play. They won 6-0 today. Easily covering that minus 2.5. All right, you know what, folks? That's all we got for today. Go to the link below in the description. Get on DubClub. Do a 14-day free trial, guys. See how well you do. You should be money
Absolutely.
ahead.
Trial it up.
JD, I don't know what connection. Link below in the description, Ben. Go there, bro.
Yeah, 14 days, Ben.
Yeah, 14 days I'm doing. Yeah, it's in the description. Booyah! Arsenal team total, that's right. Steven remembers from this morning. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you, Ben. Come back more often. Come on the show sometime, man. I need to get that F1 stuff in there. You got to come on and share that with us. We'll see you, folks. Peace.